The man was shocked while hunting. He suddenly noticed 2 banknotes scattered by his feet. When he looked up, he saw a huge bag of money in the distance, and there was a man lying right beside it. Frank quickly ran over to check, but found the man had already stopped breathing. After thinking for a moment, he picked up the bag full of money and quickly left the place. When he reached a remote corner and was about to count how much money was in the bag, he suddenly heard the roar of an engine. A car stopped right in front of him. It was obvious the people in the car were here for the bag as well. They got straight to the point, saying that if Frank handed over the bag, they would spare his life. But Frank had just become a millionaire. There was no way he would let it go.
It's not yours.
Seeing that he refused to cooperate, the killer did not hold back. The killer shot and destroyed Frank's car, and warned him, if he still refused to hand over the bag, next time the target would not be the car. But Frank was not scared either. He pulled the trigger and fought back. But unfortunately, Frank soon ran out of bullets in desperation. He risked running to the bag and pulled out a flare gun. Then he stabbed a nearby oil barrel and threw it out with all his strength. The violent explosion quickly filled the area with thick smoke. Taking advantage of the blocked view, Frank grabbed the bag and rushed into the woods. But just when he thought he was safe, Frank did not expect that the enemy would find him so quickly with no other choice. He could only run for his life. Then he used a fallen tree trunk to hide his position. And when the enemy relaxed for a moment, using his familiarity with the forest, he quietly moved behind one of the killers. But the killer also sensed the danger and raised his gun as well. Frank finally took down one of the killers, but he also paid a price. His legs felt as heavy as lead, getting heavier and heavier. By the time he finally reached the car, before he could even contact his friend, everything went black and he collapsed. When Frank woke up again, he found that the wound on his abdomen had already been bandaged. It turned out his friend noticed he had not returned for a long time, and felt something was wrong. So he came into the forest to look for him, but just when his friend tried to pull him up, watching his friend fall in front of him, Frank felt as if his heart was being torn apart. He secretly swore that he would avenge his friend. Just then he found a tracking device in the bag. Only then did he understand why the killers could always find him so quickly. So he decided to turn the tables and use this little device to prepare a big surprise for the killers. He took out a thermos, put the tracker inside, then filled the thermos with black powder and wrapped it tightly with tape. A simple explosive device was completed. After that, Frank left the bag in an open area, then climbed up the nearby hillside. From there he could clearly watch the bag. Now he just needed to wait for the prey to take the bait. Soon enough the killer's car appeared and drove straight toward the bag. But as soon as the killer got out of the car, he realized something was wrong about the bag sitting in the open grassland. So he ordered his subordinate to check it, while he waited beside the car. When the subordinate took out the thermos with the tracker from the bag,
What is this shit?
no! The explosion was extremely powerful. The subordinate was killed instantly. This made the killer furious. He immediately grabbed a grenade launcher from the car and fired in the direction the shot came from. While Frank was still dizzy from the blast, the killer rushed forward, grabbed the bag and escaped. Frank had already run out of strength and had no power to chase him. When the killer reached the road, he happened to run into an old man who was out hunting. Seeing that his arm was injured, the old man kindly got out of the car to help, but he never expected. Just like that, the killer stole the old man's car. Although he looked extremely battered, he had finally taken the bag back. But who would have thought when he opened the bag, he found that it was filled with nothing but old clothes and stones. Only then did he realize that Frank had already switched the bag. In this game of money, the killer runs away in panic holding the stone. Frank stays with the money covered in wounds. This ending comes at the cost of lives. No one is the real winner.